We are pleased to be joined here by head women's basketball coach Katie Vaughn during the intermission of the UMSL McKendree volleyball game on the GLVCN. Coach, you guys have been underway with practice for a few weeks now. You got your first exhibition next Friday at SIUE. How are things going?
They're going well. I mean, we had a major injury come to our team last week. So she's Laura Zoreni, our Hungarian from last year, who obviously was a big contributor to our offense and gained some confidence on our defensive end. So losing her is really kind of taken a toll on the team a little bit, but obviously it's early to kind of figure out some different things to do and slide someone into that position. And our underclassmen, our freshmen coming in, are just really stepping up, and effort is all there, coachability is all there. So just really seeing those kids kind of rise up and go, oh, here's an opportunity, has been really, really kind of exciting this last week.
You mentioned Laura. You've also got a couple other key returners, Jordan Fletcher, Sammy Sproul, Shantae Johnson. You guys all experienced a little bit of late season success last year. Has that momentum kind of carried over into this year, and are you seeing that on the court?
Absolutely. Those kids are just hungry. I mean, they really are. They're competitors in general, and just came into preseason, worked hard with Josh in the weight room and conditioning, and just knew that's a huge piece to being successful towards the end of the year too, just being conditioned and good, being very fit. So they took that very seriously, which was awesome to see. And then those younger kids just kind of bought into it too. So we had a great preseason. We were really happy with their efforts. Again, Jordan Fletcher still coming off her ACL. She's into practice. She's going full, but she can't go 5 days in a row without sitting out a day. And she's still rehabbing. This is kind of her final stage. So kind of just getting her back in the swing of things, getting her kind of bouncy again. And our guards kind of learning how to pass it to her a little differently. So, it's a key piece returning, but she's also different right now. And that will just take time for her to gain that confidence back, gain her body back, basketball body back. And Sammy as our point guard, I mean, she's doing awesome. We have to play her a lot of minutes last year. We're hoping Ariel coming in as a JUCO transfer can take some of those minutes and kind of relieve that stress from Sammy. We put a lot on her last year, especially at the end of the year. So the pieces we've added, I think, will take some pressure off of our returners to not have to play so many minutes. Shantae Johnson's she's looking fantastic right now. Just again, very fit. Took preseason very seriously. She's using her athleticism, her ability to sprint the floor, post up hard, but then can play some perimeter as well. So just really kind of have a lot of pieces returning that we really enjoy. But again, our newcomers are taking some of that pressure off them to have to be good all the time. So it's been a good couple weeks and 9 practices, really seeing a lot of different combinations and kids step up. So it's been fun.
You've talked a little bit about a couple of your newcomers. You do have 5 new players. 4 of them are freshmen. How are they all adjusting to this level and kind of fitting into the college game?
Well, the freshmen, go through their freshman times, but we really, our kid from Iowa, Kira Hungerford, she's really just a mature kid, very skilled, very fundamental, and very fit. So she's kind of had all of that piece already together when she got here. So she just really has to learn about, our philosophies, our offense, our defense, and she's very coachable. So, I anticipate her playing as a freshman. Alexa Chairs, another freshman from here in St. Charles. She's got the fit part in, and she's coachable too. Just really, she plays a different kind of game. So her game is kind of attack, and our offense doesn't really, it's more of a screening action. So her learning the offense kind of takes away from what she wants to do instinctively, but we're trying to combine the two because she is really a dynamic player. And then we have another local kid over from Illinois that, she came from a good high school, Alex, and she just knows the game, plays so hard, just really plays hard. So finding her a spot because of how hard she plays, she rebounds, she can finish with contact. She's kind of a 5'4", so versatile, be able to go outside, drive from the perimeter. So again, just figuring out where they fit into the offense. And then the 6'3" post player, again from Illinois, another Alex. We have a lot of Alexes this year, which is very confusing. She is coming along. I mean, her first week we really were wondering what we've brought in, but she's grown into her body. Took preseason. It was hard at first. I mean, just things she's never gone through. Coming from a small town, small school, didn't play AAU, didn't do the traveling team stuff. So just experienced a lot of different things, along with academics, along with everything that comes into going to college for the first time. So we really, I mean, she's coming along really, really well. So it's good for her and Jordan Fletcher to kind of go against each other and practice and bang and grow together again. Like we said, Jordan's getting back, but Alex is helping her in that process. So it's been fun watching her. And then Ariel Jackson from Johnson County Community College. She comes from a winning program. I mean, they played in the championship game, NJCAA, and just, I mean, I think she lost maybe 10 games in 2 years at her JUCO. So the winning mentality's there. She's a competitor. She can play a couple different 1, 2, 3. She can shoot it. She can drive. She can handle the ball. Makes good decisions. So adding her to the guard position is going to really, again, alleviate some pressure off of Sammy and let her kind of play more, not so pressure and not so tight, I guess, knowing that she has to do it all. So again, we feel good about our additions so far. It's early, so we just got to keep working with them and keep figuring out how we can fit them into our program.
So the season kind of gets underway next weekend. You go to SIUE and Northwestern, 2 big D1 schools, and then you guys open up the season at home November 10th and 11th, hosting Grand Valley State and can't remember who you Davenport. So you got 2 home games to start off the year. Talk a little bit about your schedule and how you think that'll play into your success this season.
Yeah, our exhibition games, it's not ideal to play 2 D1s back-to-back, but with scheduling and having to get those games in early, that's just where it fell. So going to SIUE early, I like that. I think it's going to be a great game for us. We played them well last year, lost by 10. We didn't play exceptionally well. I'm sure their coach would say the same thing, but it was a good matchup. It was good for us, our younger kids, and obviously our returners know that game is a one that we can actually compete in and do well. So, and then going to Northwestern, they lost 95% of their scoring, so we're hoping that a Big Ten school won't just roll all over us, but a good experience in that we get to travel to Chicago. We get to it's our first big trip as a group, and it's a bonding experience, really. So that's going to be a weekend of just growth, hopefully, seeing where, again, we can put in different combinations and see who's working well together without it going on our record. So that weekend will be an eye-opener. And then we have a whole week of practice, which is good to gain from what we've learned that weekend. And then, opening up with Davenport and Grand Valley, 2 GLIAC schools that are good. You know, Grand Valley is very competitive. They're going to be probably a top 25 team preseason. They return a lot of veteran players that are, I mean, they're just a solid, well-coached team. We don't know as much about Davenport, so we're obviously going to have to do as much scouting as we can early on. But I think it's 2 really good teams coming into our place. And we're just going to have to put out a combination that we feel confident in and make some adjustments as we go through that weekend. But scheduling-wise, I feel confident that we put together a good preseason quick. It all happens quickly in a month, and then we start at the end of November, we start conference. So I think we've got the pieces, and we just have to figure out, going up against other people, what's going to work well and what's not going into conference play.
Well, we look forward to seeing you on the floor this year, Coach, and your trainings as well. And thanks for joining us here at the Intermission.
Thanks a lot, Marion.